professional astrologer from the village of Nyack in New York State, and I'm passionate about in-depth astrology and getting to the heart of the matter. In this video, I'm going to talk about timing, because one of the most common questions and posts that I get from subscribers is, when is this difficult period that I'm going through going to end? The good news is that most of these challenging periods in our lives are triggered by outer planets, the slow-moving planets, such as Uranus, Neptune and Pluto. And their cycles, when they are contacting an important part of our chart, tend to last approximately 2 years. And this seems very important. What it seems to suggest is that life is orchestrated by design, that we need to go through deep transformation at certain points in our lives, and that it takes at least 2 years for that kind of change to be permanent, to be meaningful. And we are asked to learn lessons and to grow during these difficult periods of our lives. So, a second comment and question that I often receive is, things just don't seem to get better. So someone goes through this kind of a cycle, let's say a 2-year period of difficulty. Maybe they lose their job. Maybe they go through a very challenging breakup in a relationship. Whatever the case, after that they are scrambling to find their feet. And there's a tendency to blame the planets or to blame circumstances in the life. This is happening because of this, and so on and so forth. Now, the energy does not work that way. How the energy is meant to work is that an outer planet transit will initiate an energy or an activity into your life. If it's a Uranus transit, things are meant to change, almost to flip 180 degrees on their head. With Uranus, you're not sure where things are coming from. They come out of the blue, they come suddenly, and they bring change that is meant to shake up the old order, because the way things were in your life was actually not satisfactory. And this is very hard for people to accept, because it's easy to blame someone else. It's easy to blame planets or people or circumstances instead of taking the responsibility for oneself. Because if you are a lover of astrology and you believe astrology has something to offer, at its very fundamental basis, astrology is saying that we are not born a blank slate. We come into this life with certain karma, certain gifts, certain tendencies, and everything that unfolds is there for a reason. And if we can take responsibility for that, we are learning, we are growing, we are developing what we came here to experience. And simply by accepting that energy and trying to express it at its best possible frequency, we can then change and grow, and our charts can begin to vibrate at a different level. So if we accept the change that Uranus brings in, things suddenly start to flow. If we try to put the brakes on and say, no, I won't change, I won't move, I won't be flexible, this is when difficulties arise and trauma can actually come about. Neptune is another outer planet which brings extraordinary change to the life. And the frequency of Neptune is different because it is acting as a dissolver of energy. So when one is under a Neptune transit, which can even last longer than 2 years because Neptune is very slow moving, it can feel as if things are dissolving in one's life, falling away. There may be very little clarity, and it might be hard to grasp onto things, which is the natural tendency, especially for those of us who live in the Western world. We're taught that we need to keep achieving, we need to keep on track, we need to keep on schedule. And Neptune does not keep things on track. It does not like schedules. It likes the flow. So it invites you to be more creative, more inspirational, to perhaps begin a spiritual practice. And why do we need to experience long visits from Neptune, which may dissolve a marriage? They may dissolve a friendship. They may bring about health concerns. It's in order to experience something which is going to help us to get onto the next level of our lives. The positive benefits of Neptune are this increased sensitivity to the environment. What am I here to learn? What am I here to see? And maybe I need to change the way I do things so that I can move into a slower and more inspirational frequency in my life. Outer planets from Pluto can be deep, they can be transformational, and when they begin, it can feel as if things are falling away, as if you have gone into a deep space where Plutonian themes such as death, such as transformation, such as loss, can be happening to you. However, that feeling, which it might bring about a feeling of disempowerment when you are connecting with sudden, for example, losing a job or losing a home. I recall going through a Pluto transit during a hurricane and just having everything wiped out. And the benefits of Pluto is that it's a clearing, a complete clearing out, as in, Hercules clearing out the stables, flushing out the life so that what is not important can be swept away. And the ultimate highest vibrational frequency of Pluto is to empower the self. So the transformation, that word that is so often associated with Pluto, it has to do with transforming what is within and making the areas of your life where you felt disempowered strong and empowered. And you are able then to step into a new role in your life, which is firmly rooted in what you are meant to be doing in your chart, in your life. And this is really what it's about. We need to become who we are, and the chart is showing us that blueprint. So to get back to where I began, when is this difficult transit going to end? When are things going to turn around for me? So many of you ask. And the question is, it's usually a 2 to 3 year period, and they turn around when you begin to accept the energies that you are under. Part of the incredible energy that planets can help us to actualize in our life is through accepting our destiny, through accepting what is happening to us. That is not to mean that we are passive and we lie around waiting for a better time, waiting for things to unfold. It's a different kind of acceptance. It's accepting that you cannot change the circumstance. Let's say you are retrenched from your job. Very common occurrence for people over the last 2 to 3 years. You accept that, but you immediately undertake to the best of your ability to find a new job. You do not allow yourself to get deterred. You do not wait for some miracle or some Jupiter transit to fall into your lap, because those transits come and go. And if you're not out there in the world doing your best, doing your thing to activate and participate in your life, then astrology is really going to be something that happens to you. And my wish for you is that you become a co-creator and an active participant in your chart, in your life. So I wish you all the very best, and I invite you to continue posting your comments. I read each and every one of them. I love your questions, and I wish you all the best until next time.